Citlali, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Patricia. Thank you so much for having me today.
Citlali, can you tell us how this coronavirus pandemic is affecting your restaurant?
Well, it's affected our business because we had to shut down operations and pretty much limit it down to carry out and delivery. Our staff had to be laid off with the exception of a couple of employees that are working minimal hours. So our sales have decreased significantly, and we're only seeing a fraction of what we were seeing before. Most of our catering events, or actually all of them, were canceled.
How do you hear are your employees doing under these circumstances?
Fortunately, everybody is safe so far and healthy. They obviously have lost their work and their source of income. They will be feeling the financial ramifications probably within the next week after getting their last paycheck and not having enough tips for the servers. They will probably be feeling all the financial implications pretty soon.
Citlali, are you going to have access to the emergency aid package that the government is providing?
I believe so. We recently applied to the SBA loan program, and we are waiting for a couple of other options that are available, like the 2020 grant for WEDC customers. And there are other grants by some of the chambers and the Wisconsin and National Restaurant Associations that will be able to help our employees with some relief grants. So we are in the process of applying, and hopefully we'll see that come through soon.
Can you explain us what kind of money we are talking about so our audience can understand what kind of support you will be getting?
As far as I know, SBA are doing the loans. When we filled out the application, there wasn't a choice to choose the amount that we wanted to apply for the loan. I know that recently they added a $10,000 grant, so we're resubmitting for that. WEDC has the 2020 grant that it's called, that they get up to $20,000 grant. However, the parameters and the guidelines for that hasn't been posted yet, so I'm not sure what kind of access we'll have for that. And then everything is still out without much clarification, but hopefully we'll be able to access those grants and the loans that the banks are supposed to be providing. Again, we're still waiting for a lot of those guidelines and specifics to come through.
Citlali, looking forward to recovery, what do you see? Are you able to understand this part?
I am hopeful that we'll be able to recover because we have catering events on the books moving forward. There's a lot of people that haven't been affected financially by this. So we're hoping that once we're able to open up our doors and start service again, that we'll be able to join us for dinner and slowly get back to the place where we were before.
Asking you again about your employees, how many of them do you still have and what is happening with the others, Citlali?
We, from 18, we cut down to only 2 part-time employees that were full-time and they're alternating days. We asked to see who wanted to come back and stay on. Almost everybody volunteered to stay home and only a couple volunteered to come to work. And they're, working part-time, but almost everybody's choosing to stay home. The majority of them have small kids at home, so it's understandable. And the volume of work that we have is minimal. So we have to run with a skeleton crew of just 2 people, and then my husband and I.
Citlali, what else can you tell us about your feelings right now? I see that you are hopeful and your expectations about the support that the government is providing.
I'm really hopeful that the aid will really come through, that we'll have the vendors continue to be understanding of our current situation. People in the restaurant industry are very resilient. I'm just very hopeful that things will come back to the way they were. This is a very hard industry as it is, and right now we're facing some very difficult times. I try to stay as positive as much as I can because, if you continue to watch the news and everything that's going on constantly, it just kind of like brings you down. So I'm just planning along with my husband about what we're going to do to continue to move forward once we're back into full service.
Citlali, thanks again for joining us. Stay safe and just keep the hope, which is what is the most important part of these circumstances.
Thank you so much for having me, Patricia. We'll hope to see you soon.